Slaunch I do buckaroos and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus. Whatever you happen to celebrate, I'm all in, man. Holiday cocktails. Welcome back for holiday cocktails. This is the episode 3, if you will. So, working with ingredients, I have a couple other ideas for holiday cocktails, but I didn't have everything here in the house to do that. But I had these ingredients, so I'm going to call this one Christmas breakfast or holiday breakfast, whichever. I'm using the Echo Spirits maple finished rye whiskey. It's a rich rye finished in maple syrup barrels. It's at 121 proof. It is an incredible rye. What I've done with this one, though, to make it, to make it breakfast anyway, is I've added some barrel-aged maple syrup. This is Sweetwater's bourbon barrel-aged maple syrup. But what else is breakfast? Well, coffee, by golly. So I'm using the King and David coffee liqueur. So I've got 2 ounces of the whiskey, about a ½ ounce maple syrup, and then 1 ounce of the King and Dane coffee liqueur. This is at 40 proof or 20% alcohol. This is a very nice coffee liqueur, though. It is probably one of the best I've ever had. So let me show you the cocktail now. I have it garnished very simply. I've got it served straight up, as you can see, garnished very simply with just a cinnamon stick. And again, I'm going for breakfast, so I thought the cinnamon would add just a little bit of spice to the maple and the coffee. Oh, gosh, that's gorgeous, man. I do prefer whiskey-forward cocktails or spirit flavor cocktails, if you will. But I am going to try to expand my horizons as we get closer to Christmas and do other things with holiday cocktails. I know everything that I do seems to be a riff on a Manhattan or an old-fashioned, but I kind of use those 2 cocktails as my template. But I do have some other ideas that are just slightly out of the box for me anyway. And once I get the other ingredients, I will try to do them. But I wanted to work with what I have. And I like this idea of the maple rye with the bourbon, with the barrel-aged maple, and then adding the coffee liqueur. So I've got, 1, 2, 3... 4 ingredients if we're counting the 4 ingredients if we're counting the cinnamon stick. Which is how I like to do. And here I am in Santa's workshop, as you can see, with a little elf popping up there. And try to get a festive backdrop. I dug out my Christmas shirts. You can't really see it there, but it says I do it for the hose. Try to get festive. I need to buy a couple more. I bought 2 last year. I need to get a couple this year, but I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. Oh gosh, man, that's a tasty cocktail. This would be nice, maybe before brunch or after brunch. But I mean, even though I'm calling it breakfast, yes, it'd be a nice dessert or fireplace cocktail as well. At the end of the day, you're relaxing, you got the fire on. Cocktail like this would definitely hit the spot. It is absolutely freaking gorgeous, man. Man, that is nice. I'm getting sad. I'm getting a little sad, man, because I'm near the end. I'm getting near the end of this rye. This is I was gonna buy this bottle. I sitting there with a flight, and I got up and was looking at the product. I already decided I was gonna buy this one, and I took it off the shelf and put it there where I was sitting. And that's when the guy came up and talked to me about, the other whiskeys that they do the bottling thing. I wasn't going to be there for that. So he said, well, I won't charge you for that. So the whiskey itself is about $65. It was a honey barrel whiskey. The whole experience is $80, but since you're not going to do the whole tour, I mean, I'll just charge you the price of the bottle. You can come back and fill it yourself. So I do have that one there, my honey barrel. It is yet unopened. I'm going to wait a while before opening that. But I am sad I'm getting near the end of this one, man. It was really good. I do like Echo Spirits. I'm going to have to get back there. Actually, I hit 3 distilleries in Columbus. Hit Echo, Endeavor, and High Bank. Echo, Endeavor, High Bank. Is there another one? I feel like Watershed. Hit 4. Never mind. Echo, Endeavor, High Bank, and Watershed. All of them were doing amazing products. And the thing of it is, all of them were just a little bit different, right? We're kind of specializing in different things. So I loved Watershed products, but I loved Echo as well as the Endeavor. I got the malt whiskey from them. The High Bank I haven't opened yet. I did a flight there, but I haven't opened that whiskey yet. So that's got to be next. I only bought one from them, though. That's kind of why I'm waiting. I don't know why I only bought one, but it just worked out that way. It looks like I bought more products from Watershed than any place else, but it wasn't necessarily it was mostly just because that's just the way it turned out. That's just the way it ended up, man. I would like to go back to all of those. I went a long way around the barn to say that, though. But I had a great experience. Focusing back on Echo, I had a great experience there. Bartender was knowledgeable and friendly. They had another gentleman there that explained the products and took me back to fill the bottle. Again, he kind of went out of his. I did buy a product, so he did his job, right? But it was the fact that he was so knowledgeable and friendly, which is why. And I was on vacation, which is why I went ahead and bought that bottle. Because I mean, it's a whiskey geek thing to do, right? To fill your own bottle. What do you do to fill your own bottle? Well, you put the bottle in a spot, and then you take the lever there and you hold it down. And it auto-fills, so you don't even have to look to see it. At some point, the bottle's going to be full, and then you put the lever back up. So it's not like there's a lot of steps, but I was really excited about it. I get to do this. But it was my bottle, man. And then they give you a label. You can write on your own label. Oh, geez whiz, man. It was a lot of fun. And we had just gotten into Columbus, so that was the first day into Columbus. That was even before we checked into our hotel. I don't know what you'd call this glass. It's not technically a martini glass, although I have used it for martinis because I prefer a glass like this to that wide brim monstrosity because it holds the right amount. But I don't know if it has a proper name. I know my friend David would know because he's my glass expert, but I'm honestly not sure. But I like the etching on it. My wife had found it at a thrift store. I'm not sure where. But for a working class guy, I do like, for a guy that doesn't really like elegant things, I do like elegant glasses. Something about glassware does something for me. Especially when I'm making a cocktail, I like to put the right glass, man. Gosh, that's delicious. That maple syrup is crazy. So I've been using it, in all honesty, mostly for cocktails. But there's been a couple of times when I've made pancakes, or my wife has made waffles, that I've used it on those. But I only use it for the special occasions, right? My holiday breakfasts are gonna have that barrel-aged maple, man. They're just gonna. They're just gonna, baby. Oh, man. So I'll come up with some other ideas for holiday cocktails. I'm running out of ideas with the products I have on hand, so I'm going to have to really take stock, look what I have, and say, do kind of various variations on a theme, if you will. But I really like the way this one turned out. And again, it's simple. It's simple. It's elegant. I've got the maple rye with the barrel-aged maple syrup, and then we've added the King and Dane. Let me show you this bottle. This stuff is just excellent. This is so much better than any of the big commercial coffee liqueurs that I've had. King and Dane coffee liqueur made from cold brew. They are out of distilled, brewed, and bottled by Toledo Spirits out of Toledo, Ohio. I can't remember where I picked it up, though. I know I picked it up in Columbus, but I can't remember what spot I picked it up in. I think I got it at the Trader Joe's there, but I'm not 100%. Made with full-body cold brew from dark roasted coffee beans, King and Dane coffee liqueur doesn't just taste like coffee, it is coffee. Strong, dark, cold brew coffee. Our traditional silver rum and pure cane sugar combine for the perfect balance of earthiness and rich chocolate flavors. Yeah, this stuff is really good, man. It is the best coffee liqueur I've ever had. And that's not to say I've had a lot or that I'm an expert on them. I'm just saying, with my limited experience with those that I've had, that is my absolute favorite. I want to make that clear. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm just saying I really like it. It's really good, man. Oh, man. Holiday breakfast. I like it. Now, I do celebrate Christmas, so I will probably be inclined to call it Christmas breakfast, but I'm not opposed to holiday breakfast either. Because it'd be good on Thanksgiving or Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah. What the hell? I mean, there's no pork in it. There's no pork in it. We can have it for Hanukkah. Festivus. I don't think there's any rules for Festivus. For the rest of us. Festivus for the rest of us. I just don't participate in feats of strength anymore. I just don't have it in me. But I'm okay with the holiday as a whole. I like the Festivus pole because it's no frills. It's just a metal pole standing straight up. Feats of strength, list of grievances. Ah, it's beautiful. I mean, it's like a Catholic Christmas. Going back to my childhood trauma, people will tell you everything that is wrong with you at the dinner table. Oh, mercy. I say everything with a chuckle, so everybody thinks I'm kidding all the time, but that's how I hide the pain, man. That's how I mask the pain, baby. Anyway, I digress. Oh, my timer just went off, so I'm gonna have to wrap up this video. I got some chicken chili verde cooking in the oven, low and slow, baby, low and slow. Poblanos, tomatillos, chicken thighs. Anyways, wrap it up, Tom. Focus. Echo maple finished rye whiskey. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. Sweetwater's limited edition barrel aged maple syrup. And then I just showed you the King and Dane. Alrighty then, I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and All around good guys, Slancha. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Happy holidays. Happy cocktails.